Hey everyone, my name is Amanda and I provide you with tools and resources that you need to move to Canada, life in Canada, and achieving the Canadian dream. So for this good content, please hit the subscribe button, smash the like button to let me know that you like this video, and share the plug with your friends, okay? Don't be mean, guys, okay? Don't be mean. So today is episode 1 of my Canadian tips and advices that I have for you guys. And as the title suggests, let's kick it off with what to bring with you when you're moving to Canada. I decided to start out with this title because a lot of persons have sent me messages in my emails, in my DM. By the way, my email address is in the description bar below, as well as my Instagram handle. And they have said, hey, I'm coming in the end of month. I'm coming in March. What do I need to bring with me other than the typical stuff? So I decided, let's start with this video and let's get straight into the video. All right. So the first thing you want to ensure that you have, obviously, it's your passport. So you need to have your passport when you're coming to Canada. A lot of persons would have reached the airport and forgot their passport. Yes, I've heard of it happening. Guys, I cannot stress it enough. You need your passport. Your passport is what shows that you have your valid visa for travel. Not only that, they'll be using it to ID your face and all of that goodness. So the first thing you're gonna need is your passport, all right? The second thing you'll need are important travel documents. Now, everybody's situation is different. If it is that you are coming for school, you want to ensure that you have your school's acceptance letters. You want to ensure that you have your bank statements. If it is, and also your introduction letter. If it is that you're coming for work, you want to ensure that you would have had your work permit. Or if it is that you're coming to visit a family member at this time, which the family member would have had to be immediate because that's the only travel that is deemed necessary right now, you want to ensure that you have the supporting documents to support your reason for travel and to support your cause. All right, so travel documents. The third thing you want to ensure that you have when moving to Canada, you want to ensure that you have your important documents. And these important documents are like your birth certificates, your marriage certificates if you're married. You want to ensure that you have your immunization cards, your medical records from back home, and also you want to ensure that you have like your degree, your diplomas, anything that you have been certified in your education. You want to ensure that you pack and you bring all of those with you. The next thing you want to ensure that you have is clothing. Yes. If you watch my family channel, you would see where my husband did not really pack much clothing and now he's suffering, right? You want to ensure that you have clothing, enough clothing, right? Enough clothing because you are not expecting to shop around, especially at this time when we have retail stores that are closed, especially at this time when there's a pandemic at hand and you need to cut back on spending and more on saving. So you want to ensure that you have clothing, and the proper clothing too, guys. In case you are traveling in, let's say, the winter periods between like October to like April, it is very chilly. Like it is very, I think chilly is an understatement. It's very cold. The temperatures will read minus, yeah. So you would ensure that you want to pack more warm stuff, more long sleeve, lots of jeans. I know you may not can get the jackets. You can get the jackets here, but at least get a jacket, like one jacket for your travel, so that when you exit from the airport and into the vehicle, you don't feel that harsh weather on your skin. Obviously, when you come here, that's when you can get the right jackets for you, because they're sold here like everywhere you go, or when you go to the online storefronts, you will see exactly the jackets that you need. So no pressure in getting winter jackets from back home. Just get like a hooded sweater or a thick jacket if you can, and you'll be fine. Please do not pack sandals. You will basically not wear it. I'm telling you, you will basically not wear it, only if it's summer. So let's get to that. If it is that it is summer, of course you can pack your little summer stuff, which you guys would have already had back home. Now, jeans is a must. Pack all your jeans. Do not leave them behind, please. You need your jeans. And you need, for ladies, you need, well, men too, you need thermal tights that you wear underneath your jeans. For ladies, the leggings that you have, you can use them, because that's what I use. My leggings underneath my jeans, and I'm perfectly fine. For men, when you get here, you can buy your thermal tights. All right. Also, another thing that you need to pack when you're coming here are cosmetics. So a lot of us have our skincare routine back home, or we have our hair care regime. Pack it. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I'm telling you, pack it. Here's why. You may not see those exact products here. The products here that you see, they are very expensive. And 3, it's a pandemic. You're gonna be quarantined. You're gonna have dry face. Your hair is gonna, you know, so you can use them while you're in quarantine. Also, you can use them until they're finished, which would have given you enough time to can buy stuff when they're done. So if you have them, girl, you just pull your little toner and you just pull your little shampoo, put a tape around it, guys, and pack it and carry it. I'm telling you, take your cosmetic stuff with you. You will need them. All right. Next on the list are medications. So especially now, given that there's a pandemic, they are okaying you taking your medications even more, you know. So let's say you have sinusitis issues like I did. I took my medication. So I took my liquids, I took my pills, everything I took, and it's fine. So do not leave your medications back home, because sometimes too, the medications here, you may have a different reaction to it, or even while you're in quarantine, you may need your medication and you can't get it because you're in quarantine. So I would advise you to take all your medications that you want to take, whether it be painkillers, whether it may be for sinusitis, whether it may be for diabetes, for high blood pressure. Take your medications, guys. Do not leave them behind. The next thing I want to say is, for ladies, take your wigs and take your hairs. Yes. If you don't make wigs, see if you can get some wigs made for you, about 4 or 5, and take them with you. I kid you not, unless you know how to do your own hair, then that's fine. Take your wigs, because here, the price of hair, I know back home, we pay like, well, hairstyles, and when I say hairstyles, I'm talking from perming your hair to the basic 6 cornrows to the back, basic styles like those. So basic styles like those will cost or range from $1,500 to about $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. Here you are paying like $150, $200, $250 for wigs, $300 up to do your hair. So initially, take your wigs with you, and then until you can treat yourself to a hairdo, yes, but take your wigs with you. Gentlemen, you can also take your clippers with you and your hair essential oils with you as well, for your like your beard oils and your clippers, if it is that you know how to trim your own head. To trim, it's not expensive, but I don't know if you want to pay that amount every 2 weeks. It's like $25, $30 along that line, but you can take your clipper with you and you can do a little quick thing instead of going out as often, but that's on you guys, but you can take it with you. Next is special seasoning. So like me, I took my Maggi all-purpose. I took my Maggi chicken season, nutmegs, pimento seeds, better pack curry, coconut milk. I took all those stuff with me, and you can too. As I said, it's a quarantine period, it's a pandemic, it's COVID, and so these are not deemed, oh no, you can't take it with you. You will have to quarantine for 14 days, guys, and it's good to have some food stuff with you. And that brings me to the next point: take food stuff with you. So like I did, I took crackers, I took spice bun, I took tasted cheese, I took patty, I took KFC. You can take your food stuff with you, or even your snacks as well. You can take as much snacks as you want to, because I'm telling you, when you're quarantining, they come in handy. When you're hungry, you can pull them and eat them. Remember, you can't go outside and get anything. So my advice, take your food stuff so you can munch on them. Okay, next point is money. Money guys, you need money. And I think it's, some people will be like, duh, of course you need money, but I can't stress it enough, guys. You really do need money. Everything here, for starters, you have to pay for. So if you are traveling as a student with your family, you have to pay for the work permit. You have to apply for the work permit. You have to pay for your groceries. You have to pay for your Airbnb. You have to pay for your rent. There are so many things that comes with fees or are associated with fees that you have to pay for. You have to pay for your phone line. You have to pay for so many things, guys. So I can't stress it enough. You need money. My advice, try and save up as much money as possible, and so that when you are ready to make the move, you would have had your cash available to you. Please do not travel with the lump sum on you, because if it is that you're traveling with over 10,000 Canadian, you would have to declare that. I would advise, keep it on your Visa debit, keep it on your credit card or whatever it is, and that is fine. The next thing you want to ensure that you bring with you is your driver's license. If you are a driver's license holder, my advice to you, take it with you. Yes, I know you'll be like, but it's only valid in Jamaica, or it's only valid in, you know, no, take it with you. So they have a thing where you can apply for your, or request rather, your driver's history back home, and you would use that to get what they call a G1. So a G1 is basically what we call a learner's. With that, you can only drive once someone beside you has a G license, what we'd call general license back home, and you have your G1 for a year. Now, after a year of having your G1, then is when you apply for your G2. Having your driver's license back home can speed up that process for you, where you don't have to wait a year to get your G2, because you would have requested your driver's license history back home. So please take your driver's license with you. Do not leave it. And the last thing, but not least, the last thing that I would ultimately have you guys pack with you is your special pots, your Dutch pots, preferably with you. I kid you not. Listen, there are a lot of persons who laughed at me when they saw my video of me taking my Dutch pots. I kid you not. We're in quarantine and I had to use my Dutch pots. I have two of them. So I used one to do like the rice, the dumpling, the whatever, and the other one to do the meat kind or the vegetable kind. Now, a lot of these Airbnbs may come with pots. They may do not. I was lucky enough to have some usage of pots too, but I'm just saying, what if I did not take my pot with me? So not only that, it helped out a great deal. I am telling you no lie. So take your special pots. Everybody who saw my pots here, or everybody who is here in Canada and saw the footage, said to me, girl, that's a good thing. Bring your pot, because they make none like that over here. So my advice to you, take your Dutch pots if you can. Take it. Don't watch nobody who gonna laugh. Take your Dutch pots. Okay, everybody. So thank you so much for coming out with me today, January 11th. My first episode of the whole immigration tips and advices. This is just to, kind of break the ice. Please check out my Brata video this Friday. It will be about online back to school essentials that you all need, and I have some plugs and some links under there. So my Life in Canada series contains 2 parts. So on Mondays at 6, I will have Canadian tips and immigration tips for you guys. And Fridays at 6, I have some fun Friday videos that I like to call Brata videos. They are just to give you some ease, some laugh and everything. So stay tuned for that video this Friday, and come and check me next week Monday, where we'll talk about what to expect when you first land here at the airport. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for coming out to Asto by Amanda, where we talk about life in Canada, where we live, learn, and love in HD. Bye, guys.